Mr. Pipeline family, it's so great to see you. So great to spend some time with you. I wanted to make a special video for you guys today because here we are heading into quarter two. Man, it feels like quarter 2020 was just a time like no other. And I can tell you, whether you're doing $100,000 a year or you're doing $5 million a year, I hear it from every different business owner. Q1 of 2021 had some remnants of last year, and it's been tough and it's been challenging. But my hope for you and your business is that quarter two, we start to really explode out of the gates and make some huge impacts in our lives. Now, here's what I want you to focus on. As we move into quarter two, there's a few different things. The first thing is ROI. The second thing is making sure that you have a really powerful lead source in place to generate new business. The third thing is going to be all about your Google reviews and make sure you have a system in place to execute. And the fourth thing is making sure that ultimately you have a solid offline strategy in place. Now, let's get to the first talking point. The first talking point is all about making sure that you have your ROI dialed in. What do we say here at Mr. Pipeline? It's so important that you have a 5-to-1 or greater ROI in your marketing efforts. So for instance, if you're putting in $5 into the register, pulling it down, pulling the lever down, and you're pulling out 25 bucks. And if that's not happening, it's time to start taking a step back and figuring out where to optimize. I know the easy answer is it might be in your marketing campaign, and it simply could be, but that's not where you start because you've hired a company that's best in class that literally does everything at the highest level. So don't start there. Your first thing is to start on what am I doing? How's my close rate? Is it 60%, 70%, 80%, or is it lower? If it's not 75%, give or take or higher, there needs to be some things that are changed. Maybe it's the person on the end of the phone or the person that's giving the estimates. Maybe it's your pitch. Maybe it's the rapport. Maybe there's not enough rapport being built, real value being given. Or maybe you simply just have the wrong human being in the seat to sell for your business. So start there. After that, you want to now take a step back and go after your offer. Is your offer right? Are you offering the right incentive to your market? Like you must know who your customer avatar is, who your ideal customer is, and the offer that you're driving to that avatar. Are they taking it? Are they being spoon-fed? Is it the right thing for that avatar? Only you know that. So after that, my best piece of advice, take a step and jump into your marketing efforts. I can tell you that your click-through rate through your Google Ads campaign needs to be, well, Google says it should be at least 1%. That's how they define success. Mr. Pipeline doubles that. We want 2%, 3%. I mean, we want to be the best in the business when it comes to your click-through rate. And you have to make sure your conversion rates are constantly increasing quarter over quarter. Now, that's on the Google Ads side of things. Check on the SEO side of things. Are your rankings increasing? Are you growing in your local market? Have your eye on the ball, guys. So important. And any other digital marketing like optimizations, definitely touch base with our team if you're just not sure. I can tell you, if you've got a website through Mr. Pipeline, it's built to convert leads into customers. So important. We like to call it a lead machine website, and there's so many tactics in there, from your contact forms to the colors we use, to the statements, to the images, to the mobile friendly and the call now buttons. Like our websites are built to convert. But if they're not, it's time, if you're not using a Mr. Pipeline website, it might be time to take a step back and really make sure that you've got some great conversion tactics built into your website. Now, after your ROI, the second talking point that we want to address is making sure you have a ton of new business coming in. In sales, they call it new blood. And the very best way to achieve a massive amount of new customers is through Google Ads. Google is where your customers are. Face it. I'm going to put a scenario on you. You have a busted pipe in your house right now. You're looking around, water's coming all over the house. What are you doing? 9 times out of 10, you're picking up your phone and you're opening Google and you're typing in plumber near me, or you're typing in plumber or plumbing company and enter. It's very important that the plumbing company that shows up right there is aware of the amount of business that they're about to capture. So think about that from your perspective. Are you a roof cleaning business, a plumber, a painter, a dentist, like whatever you might be? It's so important to know that your customers are on Google, they're searching for you, they're hitting enter, and then before you know it, there's a Google ad there that represents your business. So are Google ads firing for you? The most important thing we can say here as we move into Q2. The third talking point is making sure that you have your review system in place. So if you're not growing your reviews by at least 10 reviews weekly minimum, there's something broken in your system. Maybe it's the software you're using. Maybe you're just sending them out manually. Maybe you're not doing it at the right time of the day or the right day of the week. It's so important that you have your eye on what helps convert those reviews. And if you don't have your eye on there and you're saying, I just can't get them done, take a step back, analyze your system, and realize that there might be something broken right there. If you need help, by all means. We scaled into hundreds of reviews, 400, 500, 600 reviews on Google, and it wasn't easy, but we were able to be very objective about our system. And when we were able to be objective and tighten it all up, we started growing like crazy. Our reviews were spreading like wildfire, and it was incredible. Business scaled tremendously after our Google reviews were just pumping. Now, the fourth thing I want to make sure of is, as you move into the new quarter, what does your offline strategies look like? You've already hired Mr. Pipeline for maybe it's your online or your organic results and your paid results and your website, but do you have the right irons in the fire outside? Are you pumping out yard signs and door hangers and different marketing collateral? Do you have reps visiting realtors and property managers and other important people to network and grow your business with in your local market? If not, it might be time to take a step back and analyze what that system looks like. Now, the strongest businesses I've ever had the honor of working with, they have hardcore engines online, hardcore engines offline. Mr. Pipeline will literally do everything we can to help you excel to the highest level online. But when it comes to offline, you have to have your eye on the ball there too, because the collateral has to be done right. And if you ever have any questions or need any insight, by all means, definitely shoot me a message. And I want to say, as you move into Q2, guys, it's an honor to represent you. It's an honor to help drive your business forward. My team and I walk into the office and we couldn't be more grateful to help you and your family create the legacy that we know that you want. We know we're not just here creating websites and doing Google ads. We know ultimately there's real fuel there, that you want to be free in your business and have an incredible, well-pumped business, like an oiled machine. We know we're just a part of that. We know that you want to take vacations and travel and do so many fun things. And we know if we do our job at a high level, that we can help you ultimately achieve your life goals. Now, if you ever have any questions, or if you ever have any thoughts, concerns, if anything comes to mind, I'm on Basecamp, and I'm happy to be in communication with anybody. So if anything comes to mind, shoot me a message at any moment. You can ping me on Basecamp. We can get a conversation going, and I'll do the very best I can to help assist. Until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day, and guys, go get them. Q2 is here. It's something to be excited about. We'll talk to you soon.